Alright, well, this is kind of funny. About a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks, I forget how long it's been, but I did a video on a Ryobi tiller or cultivator, a little two-stroke job. And I took it apart, and there was just too much wrong with it. You know, from top to bottom, it just wasn't worth fixing. Well, I went out this morning to ride my bike, and I was cruising around, and guess what I found? Ta-da! So this one is just exactly the same model. I mean, it's just exactly like the other one. The paint doesn't look as faded. There's some rust down there. At least, you know, the plastic stuff is not cracking or anything. Definitely looks to be in better shape than the other one. So just a quick look over. Okay, it's got compression. The motor is not locked. Oh, the cable is sticking. Well, the cable's free. It looks like it's jamming up on the carburetor. So I'll have to take a look at that. Fuel hoses are questionable. There, that looks nasty in there. I'll definitely have to clean all that out. Woo, stinks too. What else? Feels like this is actually loose. I need to tighten up the bolts down here. Hopefully the gearbox here isn't locked up like the previous one. But other than that, it looks to be in good shape. So where to start? I guess I'm going to tackle the carburetor and the gas tank, since I know I'm going to have to flush the gas tank out. And the carburetor is sticking here on your throttle. The cable is actually, looks to be okay. I can see it moving there, but it's stuck on the carburetor. So I'm going to take all that off. A little homemade air cleaner, but that's really thick foam. There's not going to be any air getting through that. So let's take this thing off. Hopefully I can hold it fit that. Also got the other one, but the other one was just in terrible shape. I could save the frame and wheels, but alright, we'll definitely have to give that a good cleaning. But you can see there's the throttle that's totally stuck. Let's see if the cable's still moving. Yeah, so the cable's good. It's just all in the carburetor here. And the gas tank. Yeah, that grommet there looks in pretty bad shape too. I don't think I have a replacement for it though. I guess for the time being I'll just make sure I just fill the gas up to half high or so. Let's go ahead and take the tank off. we go. Oops, I'm knocking the camera around. But you can see the crap that's in there. So we'll flush that out and put new fuel lines and filter and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and tighten this up. Looks like a 11 millimeter or a 7/16. Yep. Alright, it's trying to come out. Wow, it's really frozen in it. I think part of the problem is, let's back this throttle screw out. There we go. So that was the problem. It wasn't frozen from corrosion. It was frozen because the throttle screw was just jammed all the way in there. And we can still spray it down. Make sure the diaphragm's in decent shape. I have to be careful with this. Oh, there we go. Wow, full of junk. Much better. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and put it back together. That'll do it. Great. With this thing, it has some really dark sludge in there. And some of it looks like it is hardened along the bottom. So, looks like I'm going to have to soak this for a little while. Alright, so I'll put new fuel lines, new filter in there. This sucker was really dirty in there. Look at the crap that was stuck in there. But I used a bunch of old fuel and a lot of vigorous shaking, and it finally worked its whole way out. So let's see if I got the fuel lines on there correct. And put the tank on first. Alright, let's see. I think that's the way it went on. There. Let's get the throttle link back on. Alright, well, I think it's time for some gas. Let's see if it'll crank. Alright, it's pumping fuel. Let's see how this choke is working here. But let's give it a shot. Alright, Gary, look out. Doesn't even sound like it's trying, does it? It's kind of hard to see in the daylight. Well, it's definitely getting spark, and it's running, so it's starting, but I did notice, see the pull string's starting to shred. So I can fix that real quick. So really it's the choke that's not getting it down there. Alright, so you can see what I'm talking about. This choke doesn't look like it's doing anything at all. It's just sitting there spinning. So maybe there's something missing on here. I'll have to look that up. But at least we know it's running and it's working. And I'll check, guess I'll check the tines of the gearbox there. Maybe it's supposed to go that slow. It didn't seem like they moved fast at all. But I guess if I sharpen them up, at least it'll, I mean, it's a light duty job, right? So it's for light duty stuff. I shouldn't expect too much out of it. But it's working. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. The first one was a total bomb. And this one is actually working pretty decent. Just a couple of tweaks. I'm going to replace the pull rope and figure out what to do with the choke. But other than that, it looks like it's working okay. So one strike and one good one. So, well, that's it for this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.